Hey, this is Hans from Request for Music, and this is a new try with my polyphonic synth, using the format or using the F-SYN, so to speak. So let me show what I have. Zoom in a bit on this. First of all, select the window, of course. So what do I have? I have loads and loads of oscillators and envelopes and filters and all that kind of stuff connected. So to start off with, I'll switch off my cables for now. Hang on, where are you? So I switch the cables off, but everything's connected by using my uh, polyphonic to mono module in here. So that poly mono is connected to my poly output and to the gate output. I didn't connect the velocity for now, but every of those switches then for voice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and for the pitch and for the gate as well. Those are connected first of all to the oscillators, and it has 16 oscillators here at the bottom. So every set of 2 oscillators is connected to one voice, and that one voice is connected to an ADSR and a VCF, and above that there's an ADSR and a VCA. For polyphonic synth you always need a VCA, otherwise the sound wouldn't close and it would really mess up the sound. So you need a VCA, and that is hooked up to this ADSR, and the VCF again is hooked up to this ADSR. So the sound of the oscillator is going out. Let's show the cabling for now. You see that it's pretty messy, coming all the way from that polymono module go into the external of the VCOs for each set of voices. And then there's frequency modulation, which is connected to the mixer that takes one input. Sorry, that takes one input from an LFO, which is on the side here, and there's another one connected here that's also hooked up to some stuff here. So that's the way that is connected anyway. So let's switch the cabling off again. So what else? There is a resonance filter in there if needed, and the outputs themselves for all the filters go into the panner, so I could actually pan it all over the stereo image, and then the output goes into 2 resonance filters, so I could change the sound per left and right channel if I wanted to, and those 2 RFMs go into the chorus and then go into the delay and into the reverb and then into the the final module that goes into the main output. So what else do I have? I have some knobs here for the coarse tuning and the fine tuning that connect to the modules are in here. So if I move this to the bottom, so let me pick this up and move it all the way down to the oscillators, you will see that if I change this coarse, then the oscillators are indeed moving, and the fine tuning is doing the same for the first of each set of oscillators, and this is the coarse for the second set of oscillators, and the fine tuning as well. For the rest, I have a MIDI fighter twister, which is a 16 button or 16 knobs interface connected, and with that 16 knobs I control my my ADSRs. So here I have my ADSR attack for all of the VCA's ADSRs connected to that one, and this one connects the decay, as you can see, and the knob. You don't see the knobs, but believe me, this is a separate controller that I connected to everything. So here's all of the sorry, all of the relays that I hooked up, and a second set is connected to the ADSR for the filter. So that's a next set of 4 knobs, and then there's one knob that controls. Let's see, where do I have that? Oops, the filter. Hey, it doesn't work. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Where am I? This is my envelope. This is my Q factor, and this should have been connected to my filter. Not really sure what happens there. So anyway, I've got that stuff connected, and then I've got my key step up, my key step controller, small keyboard from Materia connected. So yeah, let's just go on, and I'll slide over this screen to show you what's happening. So first of all, let's go for a simple setup. So I'll put all of the ADSRs to a sort of a standard setting where you don't have attack or decay, just a long full decay and release, and I won't put any Q in there. So that's two oscillators, as I said. It's all two oscillators that are connected, so that means that since I have my coarse tuning and fine tuning to the bottom now, I can actually, if I put in a chord, I can change the fine tuning for the other oscillator. Do something like that. And oh, by the way, at the moment I have all these sawtooth and the space sawtooth wave on at the same moment, so they all send out the same kind of signal. So let's just play around with it now. This this would work great if I would just change my filter ADSR. So if I close the filters a bit up and to make it more of a pad, I could give it some more release, obviously, and maybe dial this back as well. So do some. Oh, that was a beautiful chord, wasn't it? Some filter in, as you can see. I'm dialing the resonance filter up. So now let's make it a more percussive kind of sound. So I'll dial back the attack and give it some decay and some release, and maybe the something like that, and playing around with the Q again. something like that. Well, let's change the frequency of the second oscillator. So first of all, take the fine tuning back. That should actually be a bit more longer, of course, but and maybe not as deep as the second oscillator is right now. Geez, I'm a bit rusty, so I hear. So anyway, yeah, it works pretty nice. Although I hear some off tones at the moment. I'm not quite sure what that is. But I noticed yesterday that one of the knobs on my MIDI fighter twister is actually doing some weird stuff. Sometimes it's giving some stray MIDI data. So that could be the case. But anyway, in a combination like this, where you have, yeah, as I showed you here, the performance knobs, and I can drag those up, of course, again, so somewhere here. But I've got this, and I actually have this mixer information coming from the LFO, so I can put that in. So if I change it into more of a pad again, and let's get the tuning. Yeah, so I at least wanted you to show you sorry. Today it seems that OBS is keeps on running together with voltage modular. I tried it yesterday and it was really a problem. It was cracking and giving all kinds of noises all of the time. But as you can hear, it does operate normally. So. I could actually drive the RFM as well from or modulate the RFM as well. So if I, for instance, take the this one out here and take an unused LFO in this, I could actually drive this modulation. So yeah, also for polyphonic effects and or polyphonic chords and stuff like that, the formant seems to work pretty well. And let's take. these back to bypass again, so it's pretty loud. And give it some fine tuning. Nice thick. I was editing the ADSR at the same time, so. So yeah, that just to show you that it indeed works, and it's too bad I can't really show my my keyboard at the same time, so you'd really be sure that I'm playing this. But anyway, it gives you an idea again, so I'll be back in a later video. Cheers, bye bye.